we got a split decision here. Some people want to see competitive teams, some people want to see spicy teams. Anyway, first opponent is Jin 1640 Spice. Okay. Mono Steel, but hear me out. It's Mono Steel, but clearly they have won with it. Do any of these mons get wide guard that I need to worry about, or can I just leave with Calyrex and win the game? They definitely want to set up a Trick Room. Mono Steel. Okay, so what do they do to Blastoise? The Zing Zap, that's it. Okay, so we Calyrex Blastoise. We do have fighting moves on our Zacian, so that's pretty nice. And honestly, Incin. I mean, Mono Steel. I mean, Steel is the best typing in the game, guys. It is the best typing in the game. Tanner, we have the same team. You stole mine. Just kidding. Do we have the same items too? That'd be funny. I noticed yesterday I was watching Captain's stream, and I saw that you played against him. I was like, Tanner stole my team, but he couldn't have stole my team because I didn't share it with anybody. Oh, your Blastoise and your Thundy are different. Oh no, I got support Thundy. Fear the Steel? I refuse. You're not gonna tell me to fear a Bronzor. I did not flowchart for the Bronzor matchup, but nevertheless, we will try to beat it. Question is, it's definitely Sash Bronzor, right? We can assume it's Sash Bronzor. There's like no other reason you'd use Bronzor unless Eviolite is thicker. I don't know. I'm not sure. Dialga and Klefki? Okay, Dialga. I'm not super concerned here, and I don't think I should be. I'm just going to imprison the Trick Room because that's absolutely what they want to do. Then we start off with a Cannonade into our friend Klefki here, because I'm not dealing with any paralysis shenanigans. Hey Grubs, how you doing? This is my first time watching all on Twitch. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. This is also going up on YouTube, so say hi to YouTube, everybody. Also, hi YouTube. How you guys doing? I didn't do the intro for you, but good afternoon, Pokésports. Welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 12 video. Today we're playing the IC. It's so weird saying it with an audience. It's fine if I say it at home alone, but if I have an audience, I can't just give you the guttural YouTube intro, you know? They're Dynamaxing. That is not what I anticipated. So, that's bad. Let's see what Klefki does then. Klefki can't set Trick Room, so that's the good news. I was really thinking it was just going to be a Klefki plus Trick Room situation. I have not seen any Solar Blade Zacians this IC, thankfully. And I don't think I want to. I have seen one Crunch Zacian. Switcheroo? Oh, my poor Sash. What are you giving me? Iron Ball. Okay. And the Wormwind. Wow. Well, that sucks. There goes Calyrex. Okay, I guess. It's a Life Orb. Well, let's get the Cannonades going. The good news is they still don't have a lot for our Blastoise. So, if we can just keep doing that, we should be okay. The Sash they stole makes no difference. Unfortunately, we're just going to trade Mons here, and they took the better Mon. Right? I took a Klefki, they took a Calyrex-Shadow. You're in 20th place, Tanner? Not bad. That's really good. Screw it at this point, right? Let's just go right into Zacian. We could at least Sacred Sword the big guy. And then just keep cannonading whatever he swaps into. Solar Doggy's good for Sun. Yeah, exactly. Thankfully, I haven't been playing a lot of Sun. I don't know. Yesterday I played one Sun team. Super wild. And then today I'm starting off against Mono Steel, and it's smelling like a loss for now. They're still deciding what to bring in the back. I kind of think we should just hit the side mon until Dialga's max is over. Especially when you show us Bronzor. Now, is that ally switch? Is that the game we're playing? I did math for this yesterday. Okay, what is better? 90 times 2, which is 180. Or 100 times 1.5, so 150. No, it's 100 times 2. Behemoth Blade does more damage to Dialga. But I kind of want to kill the Bronzor, to be honest. Man, if I lose Zacian, I lose Zacian. Actually, I should start max darknessing. Because this way I lower the special defense on the Dialga. Especially if it's going to go for max Quake. Oh, great! It's not Trick Room. Wait, this is fine, though. I just hit the Dialga instead with the Sacred Sword. Okay. That's damage. And they go for the Wormwind. Oh, my Blastoise is going to eat this for breakfast. Nice try. Nice try. It could just be straight up Eviolite Bronzor. Got 86 in each defense. Yeah, I'm thinking so too. But I also don't want to take the chance. Get a nice big max darkness off as well. Nice. Lower the special defense. They lowered the attack on my Zacian, which is a little unfortunate. But hey, that's fine. Worse things can happen in the world. Okay, now that I got the Cannonade and the maybe potential Sash broken on the Bronzor, I think I want to swap in my Incin to just preserve my Zacian's +1. And I think I just keep going for max darkness here. If they ally switch again, then I knock out the Dialga. So regardless, it's a lose-lose situation if they go for ally switch or if they go for Trick Room. I just think at this point, I don't really need my Incin. Incin will just preserve... What's great is my Incin has Shucka. So if my Incin lives this turn, all I got to do is fake out the next turn. I say if. It will. There's no way that the Dialga is going to go for a max Wormwind in a Zacian spot. Right? That's just extra prediction times 2. It's unnecessarily extra. So this Incin swap is like super free, I think. I hope. I didn't show them the Incin this game either, so. Yeah, they have to withdraw the Bronzor. Bronzor does nothing. Into the Solgaleo. Ooh. How much are we doing here, though? They Wormwind into Blastoise. I took that a little bit worse than last time, it seems. Okay, I think Dialga might go down to, That's very decent damage. I think Dialga might go down to Wormwind. We'll see, though. Not Wormwind, Cannonade. Ally Switch haunts Kevin. I mean, I can't even complain about it. I ran a whole Ally Switch team. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, exactly. I ran a whole... Every Pokemon that can learn Ally Switch does have Ally Switch. That's what I learned. That doesn't knock out, though. Okay, they do EQ telepathy here. So I have to fake out the Solgaleo. And then let the Cannonade knock out the Dialga. I will attempt a Dark Pulse here, though. But I think Dialga's going to try to knock out my Blastoise first. Sit up straight. You got it. Ugh. Sorry. Whew. Also, how you doing, Big Daddy? What's your actual name so I stop calling you Daddy? Give me a name. I keep forgetting. Name check, lol. You're Chris? I'll try to remember. Oh, they go for the protect? Okay. Don't tell me they trick roomed. Oh, they power gemmed. Oh, whatever. Eat that up, Ensign. Good job. Now Dialga dies. Get some more chip on Solgaleo. I think now we just double Solgaleo. Unless they EQ and levitate. They can EQ and levitate. Do I have a turn of Cannonade left? Keith. Okay. I'll try to remember Keith. Are you KB? I know one of you guys are KB. How many turns left to Cannonade? I hope one at least. If they EQ levitate, then they bring in my Zacian, and then my Zacian should be able to clean up. Like, what can bronze... Then they have to set Trick Room up. Okay, Cannonade. What are we looking at here? Does it say? I don't think it says. I wasn't counting. Does it say what number of turn we're on? I think we're on turn 4. I Cannonade the first turn. I think here, no matter what I do... Oh, I think I lost. If they said Trick Room here, I lost. Oh, that one Protect might have screwed me over. Just pray they don't have EQ. But they definitely have EQ. Yep. Uh-oh. Shuckaberry Ensign, I need a prayer. I do not have enough health for Shuckaberry to help me. That is... I think I lost. Oh my goodness. Hypnosis! They didn't Trick Room, man! Okay, hold on. What do I do? Please just have a Cannonade turn left. No Cannonade turn. Oh, I got a decision to make. Either I go for the Solgaleo, predicting the Trick Room, or I go for the Bronzor, predicting the Ally Switch, and predicting the Protect on Solgaleo. Problem is, I don't think I can knock out the Bronzor anyway. I gotta go for the Bronzor in case the Ally Switch. Okay, at least they protected there, right? So this was my best play no matter what. I gotta somehow knock out this Bronzor, though. That is no damage. GG. Speed swap! Okay. GG. I guess speed swap is gonna win. What a good way to start off today's battle. Man, if I would have fake outed the Dialga, then maybe my Ensign could have lived, right? But I fake outed the Solgaleo because it was the bigger threat. Last night was rough for you? Sorry to hear that. Yeah, well, I mean, we're starting off with a loss today, so that's fine. It's only our second loss the whole tournament. Yeah, they hit me with the speed swap. Oh, come on. You're gonna EQ me anyway. Single targeted EQ, no way in heck I'm living that. Oh well. We lost to Jin, we lost to Mono Steel. I mean, we also lost that because I decided to predict Trick Room turn 1. Oh, Rinya Sun. Okay, so we're actually going against the Rinya Sun team. That makes me feel a little better. I just have to worry about the Gastrodon a little bit. I'm wondering if I should just bring Thundurus, or if I should bring Blastoise, or if I should just bring Blastoise Calyrex again. I think that's fine. Like, if they swap in Gastro, then we'll know, right? And we will... And we should be able to just Eerie Impulse it until it's not a Pokemon anymore. Your Groudon for the win missed 3 Blades. Oh, man, there's nothing worse than a P-Blades miss when you need it. Like, P-Blades will hit when it's on the most useless Pokemon ever, but the second you need that move to connect, never does. Or it'll hit one Pokemon but dodge the important one. They always start Grim and Charizard. Every last one of them. Okay, so I have 2 options here. One option calls for a Gastro switch. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to Max Strike Charizard one turn. And go for the Eerie Impulse. To just neutralize Charizard a lot. Another thing they could do is try to swap in Groudon, just to try to get extra damage with Charizard, but then I'll just set Rain up. If they swap in Groudon and they don't swap in Gastro here, that means they don't have Gastro in the back, is what I'm going to interpret. So Dynamax are Blastoise. They're not Dynamaxing their Charizard, it seems. Because there's no way my Blastoise should be outspeeding a Charizard. I have Rain Dance on Thundurus. Charizard protects. Okay, Max Strike is still going to be Max Strike. I guess they're trying to see if I go for the Rain move. Or they're just trying to interpret whether it's a supportive Thundurus or not. Okay, they tricked me thinking that I would be, you know, a big Thundurus. Okay. Well, I got a Max Strike off, so their speed is lowered. Still don't know if they have a Gastrodon, though. And I don't think I will know until I see it. I'll switch to Max Darkness for the last attack. I'm still going to keep clicking Eerie Impulse. If they switch Groudon, they switch Groudon. Okay, they switch something. They do switch Groudon, okay. It's A-okay. So next turn we Rain Dance. They still have one more in the back that we don't know what it is. Okay, the Eerie Impulse there is meaningless. It has to be the Zacian in the back, doesn't it? Like, what else would it be? It's not going to be Gastro. Alright, this is our last turn of Dynamax. I'm going to try not to waste it. The good news here is I delayed my my Cannonade for the last attack. Yeah, then we just change the weather right there. Now, please don't show me the Gastro. You know you want to bring the Zacian. This is Blastoise. This is not Kyogre. You know? You don't want to bring Gastro. They bring Gastro here. I will be a little sad. Oh, it smells like they're switching. Yes, no switches. That's amazing. Here's a Rain Dance. And then we're about to get rid of their Weather Setter here. If all goes well, and we don't get paired, we get rid of the Weather Setter. Taunt. Okay. Oh, they finally got the picture. Followed by Rock Tomb. Oh. Oh, yikes. Alright, so slowing down my Thundurus. I might swap that out then. That was such a good opportunity. Oh my goodness, that is the worst. man. Yeah, honestly, that just felt bad. That was the best turn for me, man. That was the game-changing turn. That was me getting cannonade up. That was me knocking out their weather setter that just like went in the garbage. Now, let's hope they rocked him again, I guess. No, of course they switched to Precipice Blades now. Oh boy. That Groudon would not be there if it weren't for Para. Oh my goodness. What? Why does this happen? Oh my goodness. You're joking. This shouldn't be. This Groudon should have been dead 2 turns ago. Let's try again. No, because we know he has foul play. And we just lose because we know that they have foul play there. No, there's nothing I could do. There's nothing I could do. T-Wave, of course. Shadow Claw and foul play. Okay. Like, I don't even mind the speed drop. I more so mind the not moving. That's typically the bigger issue for me. Shadow Claw, Rock Tomb, Groudon. Yeah, I mean, I've been seeing it. You've joined me as 01 today. I'm about to be 02. Now I'm 02, so I don't think I win this one. Alright, Zard. Doesn't matter what move I click. I could forfeit, but might as well give my opponent the victory they clearly deserve, I guess. The second miss doesn't matter as much as the first cannonade. For sure. Like, the cannonade was so much more important than the other turns. Like, the Hydro Cannon would have just made me lose the game later. The cannonade was the important one that needed to hit. Oof, looking 14 and 3 now. It's okay, we gotta get our losses out of the way. I think we just forfeit this one. There's no way that we can win. Unfort. But hey, it is what it is. The one Sun team I face, I get hacked out. You haven't been playing Pokemon for a while? Yeah, I mean, everything's running some weird moves because they're Dynamaxing and stuff. So, like, Groudon's running Shadow Claw, Groudon's running Rock Tomb, Charizard's running Ancient Power, etc., etc. There's Iron Tail Thunderouses just for Steel Spike boost. Everything's weird. Okay, this is where we're at now. Got it. There's an Aqua Jet weakness policy thing here somewhere. I just don't know where. No, this is an in-game team. There's no way this isn't an in-game team. There's no synergy here. There's no Intimidate, so I guess I have no reason not to just click Zacian. Actually, maybe I do. I'll go Rilla first. Bring Zacian in the back, bring Calyrex in the back. I don't think I need Incin. I definitely need Blastoise. Yeah, everything else makes sense. Yep, that's a Buzzwole. I smell a 13-0 run for you. I wish I had that confidence, but nevertheless, I was able to sign up for Secaucus Regional, so I'm already winning. I was able to make it in. All right, Sandaconda, Regieleki, you know, the strat that everyone uses. If this Regieleki is Life Orb, and if this Regieleki Dynamaxes, my Blastoise could be in trouble. But I'm still relying on the fact that this is an in-game team. I almost just quit. Alright, so we're going to Dynamax. We're going to... I'm assuming Sandaconda is going to be Gmax. So I'm just going to fake out a Lecky and try to knock out a Lecky before it does damage to me. Alright, something's Gmax saying it's a luxury ball. Would you catch a Sandaconda in a luxury ball or an Lecky in a luxury ball? Okay, good. Good. I'd honestly much rather have Sandaconda in a luxury ball. or as a Dynamax. What do they do? Sand Spit? I don't even know what that does. There's sand, technically sand here. I think so. First off, I don't know what its Gmax move does, and I don't know what its ability does. So that's 2 red flags for me. Like, I am legitimately unaware of what Sandaconda does. I'm Googling it as we speak. There's my fake out. Okay, bye, Lucky. Which was the important... Oh, jeez. Hey! Dr. Strin. Just follow on YouTube. Thanks. Is that like Max Ooze? Okay. That's different. Sandaconda's ability is Sand Spit, which means creates a sandstorm when hit by an attack. Its Gmax move, I have absolutely no idea. Doesn't it trap? Probably. What does Gmax Sandaconda do? Deals damage and traps opponents, cause them to lose 1/8 of their... Oh, it's like Centiskorch? Okay. I mean, I don't plan on switching that often. So, I'm cool. This next turn, depending on what they bring in, can just easily be a double hit. Whoa, that's nice, though. That's a nice shiny. I'm still going to ignore it for now. And I'm going to try to clean off the Sandaconda. Oh, it's Arena Trap and Sandstorm. Got it. Also, welcome, Scotty. Okay, that makes sense. Ooh, that Grassy Glide damage. Hold on, that might be overkill. Oh, that's why. Okay, so maybe it wasn't overkill. I just got a crit. Sandstorm incoming. Hide your Sashes. Gmax Sand Blast. Okay, so I'm losing 1/8 of my health. The thing is, I get 1/16 back from the, Oh, that's not good. Because that's a Buzzwole with +1 now. Buzzwole has worse special defense, right? I believe so. Looks like you're still versing meme teams. I lost 2 in a row. One because my opponent outplayed me. The second one because I got hacked out. So I guess my MMR dropped a lot and I'm back down here. We're still 14-3 overall, so. Still doing a lot better than our previous runs. I think the last thing we did was like 29-16, which was like really bad, so. I don't imagine me getting 16 losses today. I mean, I could. It's possible, but... Alright, send in our horse. We're gonna lose our Sash immediately, but hey. Oh, and you have a Colossal on my last turn of Dynamax? Beautiful. I don't know if ignoring this Buzzwole is gonna be a good decision. But I feel like Zacian can come in and clean it up later. After I Astral Barrage just once. You got 5 Sun Teams my first day? I got none. I got 1, actually. And then I lost to a Rinya Sun team last game. But I think I would have won that battle, like, had I not gotten haxed out. Because what happened is, I went for a Cannonade on a Groudon in the rain. And I got parried. Zachary Fisher, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Pokésports. I missed what happened. What did I do to Buzzwole? Did I KO it? Yeah, I know that. I know Colossal's not standing a chance there. Oh, Buzzwole dropped. Never mind. I didn't actually think I'd KO Buzzwole with just an Astral Barrage. So clearly it's not assault vested. Okay, GG, I guess. We're back to winning, folks. 15-3. 1701 rating. Rain team. Not bad though. I feel like this isn't the worst team to face. I definitely do want like a fake out lead. I just don't know which one. Probably I don't want to throw my Rilla in the lead though. Definitely a Blastoise in the front. Like I could bring Thundurus. Issue is they have Indeedee. I almost want to set Trick Room against this team with Calyrex, but that's a little bit of a troll, but honestly, they're so fast. I think I do Calyrex lead, like real talk. Bring Rill in the back, bring maybe Thundurus. Because I could change the terrain. Well, Zacian is more free, though. I'm going very hyper offensive today, I guess. Tauren Ogre returns. I guess so. I guess so. Ugh. My opponent is floating off the ground. My opponent is levitating. Aleki lead with Horse. The easiest turn of their lives would be just Electroweb plus Astral Barrage, so we can't fall for that trap. But then what we do is just I don't think I have a safe switch though. All right, let's cannonade. We have to cannonade the one that KOs my Pokemon. So I think that has to be the Calyrex. And then I guess I try to Trick Room because I don't have a safe switch. I should have brought Inson. I'm going to try to Trick Room. Hope that an E-Web misses, or hope that they go for something completely different. They're Dynamaxing something for what it's worth, so something's gonna... If they doubled in, then hey. They did it. They played the video game. Where's Wide Guard when you need it? I know, right? Are they Dynamaxing a Lucky? Is this Life Orb a Lucky? Hold on, that means I might get my Trick Room up. Unless they just doubled in my Calyrex, right? I mean, it means I also could have imprisoned and stopped them from Astral Barraging. Oh well. I would have had to win a speed tie. All right, let's see what this ogre got. I went from 1500 rating to 1701 in one battle. Can we talk about that? Max Lightning into who? Blastoise. We living at 20, boys. Doesn't matter though. We're dead. To Astral Barrage. Dang. I don't have a safe switch. What can I do? Yep. We got Trick Room up. Oh, this is bad. I hate this lead too. It's like, hey, wee woo, let me pick the fastest Pokemon in the video game. And they are Life Orb. Jeez, man. Well, I'm still in danger. What do I bring, though? I think I bring Rilla, and I try to get a double KO here. They showed their Life Orb on Aleki, which means there's Sash on the other one. I have to lose a speed. I have to win a speed tie, but ironically lose a speed tie at the same time. Wait, no. Are they not Life Orb Aleki? Oh, they're Life Orb Calyrex. Does that change anything? Kind of. I still have to lose a speed tie / win a speed tie. So let's try it. Wish me luck. Oh, they're not even gonna try. Okay. Oh, unless they're Scarfed and they know they won't win it. They switch Ogre? Hold on. Did I just get a good turn? I just got a good turn. They also proved to me that they don't have Indeedee, because that would have been the turn to bring in Indeedee. So now I have to hit the Ogre. Or else Ogre knocks out my... No, I'm calling an Ogre Protect. I'm calling an Ogre Protect. That's it. This is not Scarfed Ogre because we think Scarf is on Calyrex. No, it's the Life Orb's on Calyrex. Adoy. Never mind. Could be Scarfed Ogre. They didn't protect, which is unfortunate. It's not Scarfed Ogre. They go for Ice Beam. Oh, hold on. Oh, they went for Calyrex. Dang it, I thought they went for Rilla. Man. I guess they didn't want to protect. They changed the terrain, but that doesn't mean anything. Because I'm just slower. I gotta just make sure I can win in whatever remaining turns I have. Okay, their Lucky is done, which means they're probably going to swap that out to something. Which means I can't go for... Do I have to Grassy Glide? Or should I Wood Hammer in case they swap the Ogre? I think I Wood Hammer in case they swap. I want KOs. I can't afford not to get KOs right now. They're playing 87D chess. Honestly, right? Jeez. How do you not protect an Ogre in front of a Rilla? I mean, they're good players. 1701 is really high rating, so. And they have it, too. It's fine, though. We still get the KO. Oh, they're just stalling a turn out for me, man. Come on. I think I only have one turn left. Yeah. Oh, gotta make it count. Still going Wood Hammer, and I'm still not changing anything, so. Yeah, we only have one turn left to Trick Room. They go for the double. Thankfully, don't get it. They do get it on the lucky, man. Come on. That's so unfortunate because that Alecki can slow me down. I think I lose. All they have to do is come in with if I got rid of that Lucky, maybe, right? If I got rid of that Lucky, maybe. But now it's looking rough. Because all they gotta do is come in with a Calyrex and click one button. Yeah. Jeez, man. And this one wasn't hacks either. This was just me having bad leads. Okay, I gotta hope on an Electro Web miss. And a somehow don't die to Astral Barrage. Oh, they have Wild Charge. They're physical Lecky. GG. They were meant to Dynamax. Oh, okay. They're physical Lecky. That's how they were able to knock out my my Blastoise so well, because I'm Assault Vested. Oh, okay. Everything makes sense now. Physical Focus Sash Lucky. With Wild Charge. So the second you Wild Charge, you lose your Sash. Okay. Double Protect is not fun to see, but fun to do. Exactly. Like I said, that Double Protect mattered so much. But the whole game was essentially rough from the first battle. I don't know if I counted that. That was 4, right? So we're 15 and 4 today. Uh-oh! Kyogre, Kyurem. Double Intimidates. So that's fun. I think Thundurus is amazing for us here. If they said Tailwind, they said Tailwind. I think it's fine since we have priority and Blastoise can take every hit in the game. In the back, though, definitely Rilla. And definitely Zacian. We're going to leave Calyrex behind today. Calyrex has been doing nothing but disappointing me today. It dies in one hit no matter what I do. Yeah, once it's max, you don't know if it's physical or special. You also don't know when it's going to max. So there's just a lot of things wrong with Dynamax. And honestly, if we don't see if we don't see Dynamax next game, then I'll tell you I won't miss it. I won't miss it at all. Kind of my Series 11 was really fun too, right? The no Dynamaxing thing. Was that 11 or 10? Whichever one didn't allow Dynamax was super fun. I think it was 10. Regardless, we press on. Kyurem Tornadus. Fine by me, Tom Tom. We just Eerie Impulse right away. And we Cannonade right away. If they go Thundurus, they go Thundurus, right? Thundurus is in here to screw up their Dynamax and then leave. You miss Megas? I feel like a lot of people do, actually. Rest in peace, Mega Evolutions. You're gonna get ready to sleep? Good luck. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. Use physical Sapsip Guja with Comfy in one of the earlier seasons. Always through people. That's hilarious. I tried using that once, but I think the tournament that I tried using in just didn't have Didn't have the right meta for me to try it. Anyway, we're Dynamaxing first, which means they're not Dynamaxing the Kyurem, which is confusing me. But fine. So this will definitely not knock me out now. Freeze dry. Eat that up, baby. Nice. That is honestly amazing. I would have preferred they Dynamax so that they wouldn't have the option of swapping, or at least it would hurt them to swap. But hey, it is what it is. Got really good damage there. Now hear me out. I'm a little bit cautious to... Oh, I was really close to knocking it out. I'm a little bit cautious to keep going for... Maybe I'm not. They do have an Indeedee in the back. That's what I'm a little bit concerned with, right? That's this team, right? They have Indeedee in the back. So if they bring the Indeedee out, then that could mess up my my whole plan. But at this point, I don't think they do. So I think here we just Max Strike into you. And T-Wave. I'm okay with that. I don't want to waste my time. I at least want to T-Wave whatever comes in. You're Dynamaxing now? You're Eerie Impulsed. Okay. Fine. I should have Eerie Impulsed twice. I thought I was switching. Oh, alright. This changes a lot. I don't know if this is good or bad. But you are now slower. Cool. They're still faster because they're in Tailwind. They go for Icy Wind. Oh, so we're gonna match speeds here. I guess they really don't like my Thundurus. You know what? Justice. That's it. Justice. I'm getting my karma hacks from 2 turns ago. Physical Kyurem? No, it went for Freeze Dry. I'm getting justice from 2 games ago. My Dynamax move was parried too. Alright, who do they send in? Special attacker, please. If it's Indeedee, yeah, that's hilarious. That means they could have stopped me whenever they wanted and they just didn't. Ogre, okay. Well, that is a special attacker. We Eerie Impulse that, friend. And then they just gave us boosted cannonade damages, so that's pretty fun. Unfortunately, it's not super effective against either one, but this is in the rain and it's stab and it's, you know, I think our best shot. We'll just Eerie Impulse this Ogre. Oh, you're at work? Fair enough. Oh, okay, so they just baited me to Eerie Impulse something. Whatever. Yeah, fine. So at least we know their whole team now. It's Ogre Ensign in the back. Eerie Impulse won't work. They do go for the Hailstorm to change the weather onto my Thundurus. We'll knock out my Thundurus, but it just means I get the free swap into whatever I want. And I think this is a pretty good opportunity to bring in a Calyrex. Now, if I hit the instant spot there, this would have been very clean. That did no damage. Well, it did no damage, but that's enough for Calyrex to come in and have some fun. Then Blastoise should be able to threaten the instant with a Cannonade. I mean, they could also fake us out because that was our last turn of Dynamax. Oh, I didn't bring Calyrex. That's right. That's unfortunate. Well, since I know what they have, I'm going to preserve the Rilla, obviously, right? I'm not going to throw away my Rilla. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to... I think I'm going to double attack. Should I double attack? They're -1. They're -2. So theoretically, if I just click this Okay, hear me out. If I just click this button here, and I just click this button here, then I cover myself for both outcomes. The Rilla is the win con in the back. Okay, they fake out the Zacian, so I could have protected against that, but hey, it's fine. I think I still live at max Quake. Nice. Watch its burning jealousy instant. Don't say that. I've seen that so many times today. Not today, but like recently on the ladder and stuff. Okay, we hit the Hydro Cannon. Nice. So we eliminate... Oh. That smells like an... I know it got special... It got special defense +1, but still. It dies to Cannonade though, right? Sweet. Still surprised by that. Now what's Cannonade looking like on this side of the field? That's one hit away. I could protect this turn now though. And their Tailwind Peters. I think I protect this following turn. And then my Rilla can come in and win the game. Yo, that instant was real tanky. My Blastoise is max special attack. it hurts. Cannon's gone now, I think. That's fine. They don't have Tailwind up, so I just protect here. So that I burn their protect. And I also burn my my recharge turn. Because then all I gotta do this following turn is double into that Kyurem spot, and I should be okay. Wow, Blastoise still took a lot of damage from that. Wow, they... Dang, that's rough. We still live it though, wow. And they died a Life Orb, cool. That also works. Alright, this smells like a win. So that's good. Unless they're Scarfed. I mean, it's still a win if they're Scarfed. I don't know what I do here. Hyper Beam for fun. And I'm going to Sacred just because it kind of doesn't matter what I go for. I just want the safe switch into the Rilla. Okay, they aren't Scarfed, which is good news. That is a lot of damage. Here's the Origin. It should be a double KO for them. And now we just check and mate with their Rilla. Nice. Okay, that was a nice win. Here you go. I got a monkey. Enjoy my monkey. Okay, now my coffee's all gone. I have no excuse. Alright, now click the fun button. Mega Blastoise, Mega Launcher is something I miss. Honestly, yeah. I used to use Aura Pulse, Dark Pulse, all that fun moves. Anyways, GG Alice. Hello, Rinya. No, not Rinya. They don't have Grim, which honestly, I am like super happy about if they don't have Grim. Issue is, they do have Rilla, which does threaten my Blastoise. So I think I need Ints in this game. Can you still play the remaining games of day one if you don't play them all? No, unfortunately. What do I lead with here? Right, this can go many different ways. Why do I think of Calyrex and... I kind of have an idea. I don't know if it's going to be a good idea though, because they have Intimidates. I want to do like Calyrex Zacian lead. Max the Calyrex. And then Behemoth Blade everything else. Like, what if I do Calyrex, Zacian, Ensign, Rilla? Is this throwing? I'm going to try this out. I'm going to use this for some, like, theory crafting here, so... They lead Groudon Zard, right? I'm assuming since they don't have Grim. Which is why I think I can just Dynamax Calyrex, get the max drop, And then smack the Zard with a Behemoth Blade. Yeah. I think that is absolutely what I'm doing. This is a little bit problematic because it does pose the question, do you knock out the Zard? Do you knock out the Groudon? I'm going to focus on the Zard because Groudon can miss. So that's kind of what I'm banking on. So Behemoth U, followed by Max Phantasm on you. I'm gonna try not to think too much here. I'm Dynamaxing first, which is normal. Oh, that's smart. I never thought about doing that to my coffee. Putting protein powder in my coffee? It's not bad. That's a 10 out of 10 strat right there. I can get some vanilla flavored coffee, or I can get a mocha that way. Oh. Keith, you're onto something. Show me the Max Zard. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Now, if it's Max Groudon, I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. Hey, man, it could be. Okay, no, it's Max Zard. Fine. Now, I also hope this KOs, right? I need this to KO. If this doesn't KO, we'll be a little bit sad. I've never tested this out before, so keep that in mind. Oh, 100% that KOs. Depending on the Zard build, they can miss a lot. Not if they Dynamax. If they Dynamax, they don't miss anything. Alright, nice. We took out their Zard. We took out their Dynamax. They might take out our Zacian here. But we at least have Calyrex for another turn. Did I bring Rilla? I think I did. If I did, we have a really good chance here. That's gonna hurt. By Zacian. We traded Zacian for their Zard, which I think is honestly a pretty fair trade, not gonna lie. Especially if we have Rilla. Yeah, we do. We have Rilla and Ensign. The Rilla puts a lot of pressure on the Groudon. Oh, they have an Ensign. We fake out Ensign. Oh, no, we just protect. We don't have to fake out anything. We just protect an Astral Groudon. That Ensign could be a problem for us, though. Later down. Good news is we still have 2 turns of max. And I don't think they knock me out here. Because I feel like the Ensign has to fake out. Especially because of how threatened the Groudon is. Why not max Overgrow? Because I still want to lower their defense. And it's still my stab. I don't expect max Overgrow to knock out there. Oh, they don't fake out. Wow. Oh, they went for the double attack. It still does half, so that might not even be Self Vest. Fire Punch? Oh, okay. So my Sash is going to remain. Parting Shot. Good news is we get to see what their last is. And this is why I wanted to go for the defense drops here. Because of this. Because Ensign's going to keep doing that, so I'm trying to mitigate that as much as possible. Fire Punch. Is it a Soul Vest still? Oh, our friend Zacian's here. Wow. Okay, we're going to switch things up. Because there's no way the Groudon's going to remain on the field. So predicting that, we're going to go into our Ensign. And get our last Phantasm off on that Zacian spot. Get a nice -1 on both their Mons. Are they not swapping? They have to, right? Oh no, they're not swapping. Wow. That concerns me though. That was a crit. Oh, that would have been nice if they didn't protect. Good news is we lowered the attack on the Groudon, so hopefully my Calyrex can live whatever Groudon's throwing at us. No, they're just gonna keep fire punching. Hold on, this is like perfect. Because we get an Astral Barrage now. Fine by me. Now we have a fake out turn, or at least a little bit of fake out pressure. But I honestly don't think we need the fake out pressure. I think we just go for the Flare Blades. This could be like really greedy of me. But I'm clicking those buttons. You love the Blastoise gift from YouTube? Thank you. I chose it myself. They're not swapping. They don't like to swap, man. The instant swap here makes so much sense. They play rough my instant. Okay. And go for the Precipice. I have my Sugar and they're at -1. I should live this. Nice. Hardly, but I hang on. And now I knock out the Zacian. Perfect. Now they can't switch the Groudon. Now their Groudon is stuck there. I don't know. They never switch Groudon here. I don't know why. I would have switched Groudon a year ago. Issue is... the Groudon's gonna keep trying to fire punch me. My Rilla's -1 as well. I don't think I have the Pokemon to win the game, though. Yeah, I think what I have to do is fake out an Energy Ball. And hope that's enough to take out Groudon in the grassy terrain. I think it will be. Considering how much damage I've been doing to Groudon this whole time, I think a single target Energy Ball should be enough. Oh, come on, man. It is so close. Heavy Slam. Oh, I think I lost. At least the sun fades. They do have Fire Punch, though. Dang it. I can't win. Because I have no moves to hit the instant with. Oh my goodness. Today sucks. They were smart and they went for the Calyrex there. What's the record today? Not good. I don't actually know what the record today is. I think we're like 4 losses and 2 wins. I lived a hit, so that's fun. But there's no way I knock out the instant, no matter what I do. Yeah, we're 2-3. Overall, I'm 16-4. About to be 16-5, though. Super Kick Gassy Glide. I mean, honestly, I would hammer here. Super Crit is X a billion, honestly. Not even close. Yeah, that's a loss. They keep predicting his prediction. It's time to predict them predicting our predictions. It's time to just turn off our brains and go. Why did I bring Rilla there again? Wait, no, you know why I lost that? Because I didn't bring Blastoise. That's why I lost that. I didn't have residual damage. Lugia team. Okay, but this isn't a meme team. This is just a Lugia team. They do have Gastro, so I should be worried a little bit. Do they bring the Gastro? They have one Intimidator. They have one Intimidator, but hopefully my Thundurus scares that Intimidator away. I could bring Blastoise, I could bring Calyrex, just in case they have a Gastro that they want to swap in. I don't think I need Thundurus here, since the majority of their team is physical anyway. I'll bring Rilla, I'll bring Zacian. A lot of people don't bring Gastro, and I don't know why. Like every Rinya Sun team I've faced so far has just not brought Gastro, and Gastro is like one of my biggest fears for my Blastoise. That's why I have like Energy Ball on the most arbitrary Pokemon, like Calyrex. Now, what I'm also wondering is, would I have KO'd the Groudon if I went for Astral Barrage? So I got Terrain Boost, which is 1.5. 90 times 2. 90 times 2 is 180 times 1.5 because Terrain Boost. Yeah, no, I think the Energy Ball was the higher damage output there in that last battle. But hey, whatever. We gotta worry about this battle now. Lugia Grim. Okay, I guess. Now, is this gonna be Sucker Punch? Most likely. I think I'm gonna go for the Max Cannonade and Hard Swap here. Oh, I don't really have a safe swap, to be honest. Terrain Boost 1.3. It's still more damage though, right? 90 times 2 is 180 versus Astral Barrage, which would have been 150. Hey, what's up, Bebim? I don't know what I do here. I don't want to give Lugia a weakness policy, but at the same time, like, who cares? Right? Who cares? Nobody respects the Blastoise, does no Gastro. Honestly, though. Look, they're Dynamaxing without swapping. So there's no Gastro here. 4 seconds? I'm sorry. I don't do it intentionally. Hey, listen, Keith. I don't wait till the last minute on purpose. I just have to consider my options, you know? Alright, let's see how this turn plays out. Fake out, lol. Onto my cat. What? Hello? Well, I get weakness policy, but I'm gonna live this turn, so that's cool. I think I should still be faster after one Airstream. Alright, Blastoise, let's get your damage rolling. That is no damage, but hey, our purpose here is to just get residual damage. Now, if they just faked me out first turn, do I trust them enough to go for a Sucker Punch? I don't think so. I think I'm going to switch things up, go for Max Darkness now, since I already procced the policy anyway, and just Astral Barrage again. If they have Fake Out, they probably have dual screens. If they have dual screens, they have one attacking move. Could be Foul Play, honestly. But they could also just have Speed Control, like Thunder Wave or... Oh, they just have Sucker Punch. Okay. They had it all along. Alright, bye Calyrex. Mind Storm now into my Blastoise at +2 stab. Does not even do 1/3. Awesome. Let's see how much Max Darkness does now. They only Airstreamed once, right? Goodness, Lugia. Ugh. They only Airstreamed once, which means my Zacian should still outspeed. I think. What's Lugia's speed? Is it high? Looking at that Lugia, it's looking like it has a lot of defensive investment. Lugia's 110 speed? Are you kidding me? Jeez. Never mind, my Zacian might not outspeed Lugia. Which means I have to protect Zacian. This does more damage, and they're -1 already. So yeah, I protect Zacian. Lugia dies after chip damage this turn, so that's good. Now, would have been funny is if Lugia went for Max Mindstorm the second turn, and then, or the first turn, and then they tried to Sucker Punch. That would have been real funny. Originally, when I made this team, I had Indeedee over Rilla, but then Gastros kept screwing me. And now I'm facing Gastros and no one brings it on the field. My opponent was not born yesterday. They said to reflect. Man, how is this turn gonna play out? Does this Lugia have Max Quake or not? They totally do have Max Quake. Okay, let's Pikalytics this. See what the heck Lugia runs. This one had Aeroblast, it had Mindstorm, so probably Psychic. Pretty sure Lugia's carry Max Quake. It's their second most commonly used move, so. What I'm gonna do now, I'm not gonna Blizzard. Blizzard would be, it would be a double KO for us. But we're not Blizzarding. We're gonna swap in a Rilla, assuming there's a Max Quake coming. Cue Lugia song when it dies. If it dies, I'm having a little bit of trouble with this thing. Sets up screen. That's so annoying, man. Where's your Quake at, man? Okay, fake out Dark Pulse knocks it out. Jeez, I can't believe this Lugia is giving me this much trouble. Hey, what's up, Torton? Okay, hear me out. I really want to get a KO on this. Part of me really wants to Blizzard. To just get a double KO. I feel like I have to get a double KO to get any type of momentum this game. Master Disaster, how you doing? Yeah, I think we fake out there. Hey, Swede! Everyone's coming in now. What's up, everybody? Sucker Punch, nice try. Come on, baby, come on, baby, come on, baby. Who is that? Is that Lugia? I swear to God. Of course it is! Of course it's... Save me! This Lugia should have died 1.5 years ago, man. Hi, Zacian. I wish I could say it's nice to see you. I'm just going for freezes at this point. What else can I do? Man, they're gonna recover, right? They either recover or Aeroblast. I don't know which one. Man, I'm gonna protect just in case it is Aeroblast. Does Glide take it? No, they have Reflect up. Yeah, they recovered. But I protected against the play rough. Man, just get a freeze on this thing. I'm tired of it. I miss Zacian, okay. Zacian's going for play roughs. Okay, I switched to Dark Pulse. I'm gonna glide the Zacian just so I get some chip damage so I can one-shot it later with my Zacian. Yeah, that should be enough to where my Behemoth can knock it out. Oh, they switched the Behemoth. I wonder why they played rough last turn, to be honest. But hey, whatever. Marilla can take one. They have Hurricane. They don't even have Aeroblast? They miss it. Dark Pulse. Justice. Okay. I mean, hey, it's something, right? A lot of stalling is happening right now. Do I go for the freeze again? They recover again this one. Yeah, I know. So I'm wondering if I should just double into that. I'm gonna have to worry about the Zacian later. Blizzard does more damage. I'm gonna go for Blizzard. And it has the chance to freeze. That's the only reason I'm doing that. Then I'm gonna glide there too. Hey, Zem Tanar. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to Pokésports. Let's play rough. Onto my Blastoise now. Blastoise did not live it though. Wait, their Zacian outspeeds the Lugia, so my Zacian should outspeed Lugia. Right? Question is, do I go for their Zacian, do I go for my Lugia? Your peeps said you should check me out. Well, tell your peeps I said thank you. Zacian, surely. Lugia does have a +2. It didn't show me Quake yet. Has Recover, has Aeroblast. Or it has Hurricane, it has Psychic Move, and it has question mark. Could it just have Protect? Oh, I don't have the terrain up anymore. I'm gonna Protect. Just in case. Come on, speed tie, baby. Yes, that's us. That is us. They are tanky Zacian. Oh, we don't KO. They are so tanky, by the way. That's game. That Blizzard miss, man. Oh, they are 100% adamant, too. Hydro Pump is your last move this whole time. Oh, it's GG. Hydro Pump is their last move. Hydro Pump Lugia. I'm here worried about Earth Power, which apparently has 95% usage on Pikalytics, and they have Hydro Pump. Okay, speaking of lit, we got a Mewtwo, Psychic Terrain, Expanding Force thing going on. This is fine, though. Because how do they stop Calyrex? They can't. They have Wide Guard. That's their only way, but I just Dynamax Calyrex and I take over the game. Besides that, I think I do Rilla. It'll change terrain and give me priority against their fast mons. I can't bring Thunderous because they are going to have Psychic Terrain up, unless I bring in the Rilla, of course. But I think Zacian's fine here. My Pokemon are faster than their Pokemon, so. Cole done cold things, though. Oh, you played Cole? Not bad. Is that what your team was? I've been using Dragonite. It's been actually doing well this time around. I've seen Dragonite do some pretty decent things, especially next to like Colossal and stuff. It's pretty good for just setting up the Steam engine. Right, let's see how this turn plays out. I need some more wins. Or how this lead plays out. Kevin's prone to hacks. Yep. I am very hacks prone. Yeah, they got a fake out lead. And the Lander is. So we just Hailstorm Landorus and go for Astral Barrage. I might need to take a break. No breaks. Breaks are for losers. JK. Take a break if you need to take a break. I'm streaming, so why would I take a break now? Alright, let's Hailstorm. Let's just Astral. There's no wide guard on that side of the field, so we're fine. The one thing that I like about this team, though, is that I actually do bring my Blastoise to almost every single game. So Blastoise is such a useful part of the team. Okay, we're just going to get an Astral off. Not even an attempted fake out. Awesome. Fine by me. Nuzzle. It's not like Blastoise was outspeeding anything there anyway. Of course, I could get parried. Followed by U-turn now. Makes me wish I would have cannonaded. Now, if they bring Zamazenta, they're going to wide guard next turn. Indeedee. Not Indeedee. Lele. Why, though? Scarf Shadow Ball, that's why. Right? No, Psychic Seed. Why? Is this not just a double KO for me if I click one Astral Barrage? We need Mike's good luck, yeah. Okay, so this should be a pretty fair turn. I'm just gonna Cannonade, see if I can get it off, and Astral Barrage. They have to protect or hide. Or swap. I guess they could Dynamax in Lele? Maybe? That's a weird one, though. I feel like they want to Dynamax their Mewtwo, if anything. My Blastoise looks so angry. Look at angry Blastoise. Yeah, here's just an Astral Barrage. Okay, horsey. Well, I mean, that'll do it. Now, they could still have the Zenta in the back, or they just didn't bring it, which is just trolling. Got a +2 on a horse now. Shiny Gmax Blast looks like it's the clone Blast. Oh, you're right, yeah. I never actually made that connection. Oh, and they have the Mewtwo, so it all fits. You haven't seen a Mewtwo all day? I don't blame you. Mewtwo is not very common. This is probably my first Mewtwo all tournament. Come on, you only have 2 choices left. My opponent is confused as to what their last 2 Pokemon should be. Alright, there they are. Landorus and... drum roll. Mewtwo! Does Mewtwo get wide guard? No, right? I don't actually know what Mewtwo gets as moves. Mewtwo... Side Strike, Hurricane, Flamethrower, Shadow Ball, Fire Blast, Expanding Force, Earthquake, Protect, Blizzard, Trick Room, Self-Destruct, Ancient Power, Grass Knot, Ice Beam, Aura Sphere, Focus Blast. None of those are wide guards. Got it. So we click this button. And we click this button. And we win game, question mark? Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like obviously I take Cali versus that team. You have like 17 psychic types. I got a horse. The horse is all I really need. For those of you guys that are watching on YouTube that are just wondering why I'm randomly dabbing, on Twitch you can have an option of making me dab for some points. Just in case you guys are confused. Dynamaxing Lando. You're at half health, my friend. That's a weird decision, seeing how I just went for Max Hailstorm turn 1. Bam. Bye, Mewtwo. Alright, I think this one's a dub. I would need to get parried 17 times in a row for me to lose. Alright, they took out the Calyrex, guys. Crisis averted. Calyrex is gone. Alright. What you need to do is for people to spam the dab button so that YouTube can be like, WTF. Honestly, dude, YouTube would be so confused. Like, does this guy have a Twitch or something? What's going on? It does say subtle dab. Yeah, it does say subtle dab. Unlucky kid. I hope so. I hope they fulfill their namesake. Insensation, Sableye, Bronzong. Ugh, how do I do this? I definitely need Rilla. I definitely need Stoice. Honestly, this is fine. Bring Rilla if I bring Thundurus. Not Rilla. Blastoise, Thundurus, Rilla. Yes, I do still need Rilla in the back. And Cali? Is that enough damage? Sure. What kind of team am I playing against? It could be Slow Ogre Trick Room. I mean, I've been playing against a whole myriad of teams, if I'm going to be honest. You see a Quash? It could be a Quash. I mean, I've been seeing Ally Switch on them. I've been seeing Will-O-Wisp for sure. Oh no, this team is definitely legit. And that's definitely a Defiant Thundurus, the way that it's built. I think that's definitely Defiant Thundurus. I mean, you should almost always assume it's Defiant Thundurus because Defiant Thundurus has like a 75% usage and Prankster has 26. So you should almost always assume it's Defiant. Especially with that kind of lead. Okay, well, this is problematic. Especially if it is Defiant. Okay, I think no matter what I do, I get my Cannonade going. That's my best option. And then I Rain Dance here. Yeah, let's do that. I love defend Zacian leads. You can Burning Jealousy. Yeah. Burning Jealousy has been even more popular lately because of Zacian, and it makes so much sense, right? Especially if you get a Zacian on a swap. They didn't Dynamax. They are support Thundurus. Are they Eerie Impulsing me? No, they're not. They're not support Thunder, because then they would have... Why didn't they Dynamax? Are they just trolling? They are Eerie Impulsing, but they're not Prankster. Because there's no way Sableye would outspeed a Thundurus. They're still Defiant, they just have Eerie Impulse. You kidding me, Tom? Look. Okay. I mean, that's still hurt. Thanks to the rain, of course. And they burned my Thundurus thinking I was a Dynamax Thundurus. Okay. Fine. I'm going to Cannonade that one now. And I'm going to Thunderbolt. RCS VGC, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Pokésports. I got followed by God himself. What do I do now? I have the option of thunderbolting one Thundurus to knock it out. Or I just commit to trying to take out Sableye. Thundurus will eventually go down on its own, right? Which is more annoying. They're both kind of annoying. I'm gonna go Thundurus. I want Thundurus go on this turn. Oh, they swap out that spot into the Ogre. Here's the thing. I can start Eerie Impulsing you now. I can also play this game. Alright, goodbye you. I was thinking about Thunderbolting that Ogre spot too, man. I was thinking about it. Question is, do they have Fake Out on Sableye? If so, will they use it next turn? That could be why they swapped it out there, right? No, in comes Zacian. Alright. What's better, Eerie Impulse? Yeah, right? Do I have Max Strike my last turn? Of Dynamax? I think so. I Max Strike Ogre. They could swap in back Sableye there, which would be a little bit unfortunate. The problem is my opponent has the momentum because they haven't Dynamax yet, and they still do have 3 Mons, so they have the switch momentum. So no matter what I try to do here, they can outpredict it. Oh no, they're just Dynamaxing. Cool. Honestly, fine. That's what I wanted. Because we get the Eerie Impulse, and now they're going to be forced not to swap for the next couple turns, and we're going to get some speed advantage too because of our max. What's its face? Because of our Max Strike. So here's the Impulse. We got one too. They play with my Blastoise is not a Pokemon. I don't know why they're focusing on it. Let's see if I live this geyser though. Yeah, baby. Nice. And now we got a Strike Off. Which means that if my Zacian comes in, it'll be faster than their Zacian too. Wait, I didn't bring Zacian. Well, regardless, it's still nice. Means I don't have to super hard commit to T-waving the Zacian because I'll already be faster. Question is, do I preserve my Mons here? Or do I just let them knock out the Blastoise? The problem is my Blastoise is like low-key kind of useless. I'm just gonna Hydro Cannon in this spot and then... Should I T-Wave Ogre or just Eerie Impulse it again? I'm gonna Eerie Impulse it again. Anyone here can trade me a non-Galarian Darumaka. Benjamin's looking for a non-Galarian Darumaka. They switch out the Zacian, go into the Tenefex, also known as the Sable Dude. There's another Eerie Impulse. And here's my Hydro Cannon in the rain. This is -4, so it shouldn't be KOing, but it'll still hurt. Yeah, it's something. Okay, let's see if they're actually able to OHKO my Thundurus at -2. -4, rather. Oh, unfortunately, we'll go down to burn, which means I won't be able to get... It's good news and bad news, right? It's not the end of the world. It just means I won't be able to get the T-Wave off. But I can go into this Pokemon now. Actually, no, I'd rather go into this Pokemon. I need to get rid of the Sableye before anything else. The Sableye is what's going to burn my Backmon. Yeah, it's just Astral here. Get some damage. They're -4 ogres, so I'm not too afraid. I think we can take it. They sucker my Cali. This is why we have Sash, I guess. Now, unfortunately, oh, that is kind of bad. That is actually very bad. This isn't the first time this happens to me either, because now I have to somehow deal with the Zacian. And I don't think I can. Oh, do I just... I'm just throwing away the wrong Pokemon at the wrong times. There's good news and bad news here. The good news is that their Ogre is stuck at -4, but my Blastoise is also stuck at -4. So it's just still bad news all around. Now, in this scenario, I have to fake out turn 1. I just have to act like the Ogre isn't here. I guess Hydro Cannon is my highest damage output. It's my only damage output, so. We fake out, we Hydro Cannon. Okay, there's the fake out. Here's a Hydro Cannon. If I grit this, that'd be amazing. That is no damage at all. All by Ice Beam on Rilla. Ah! Man, what the heck? That was some super bad posture. Listen. GG's, I guess. We still have a win con, maybe? No, we don't. My win con is them missing a play rough. And then us getting a crit on Hydro Cannon, but let's be honest here. That's not happening. I will attempt it, but it's not happening. And they protect. What is the point? Is there a point to protecting there? You got your freeze already. You need more? Yeah, you better miss. Man, that Eerie Impulse was better than my Eerie Impulse. No, I didn't bring anything for this Zacian. Like, the issue with Zacian is that I have to bring my own Zacian or I have to bring Incin. But, like, if it's a Zacian Sword Dog team and I'm bringing Incin, then isn't that throwing? I mean, maybe, maybe not. Maybe that's what I have to start doing. I just have to start bringing my Incin more. Alright, they just Sacred Sword because they're smart. Yeah, they don't have to play rough there. Man, I don't know if that freeze mattered. It probably didn't matter because I think I was still losing that either way. But still. Insult to injury. Blastoise team. Not Blastoise team. Lapras team. Lapras double steel types. Okay, so instant comes. I kind of want to do Blastoise-Zacian. Or this does seem like a Calyrex-Zacian game. Or I bring Thundurus again, right? What if I do Blastoise Thundurus? Calyrex for sure. Because it outspeeds their Zacian. Do I bring my own Zacian? Kind of. Yeah. Alright, we're doing that. We're gonna win. You still like the team? I love my team. I'm just getting hacked out by my opponents most of the time. And it's also, the team has what I need to win. I'm just not bringing it. Or I'm getting the wrong leads. Or I'm predicting them wrong. There's a lot of things going on that aren't great. Like, I got the wrong prediction again. I mean, it's not the end of the world, right? I can still make things happen with this lead. It's just not what I was expecting. But I am gonna start by getting some. I need hacks. I'm throwing a T-wave at everything I can see. Anything I can get parried is getting parried. Done. If they switch Lapras, Lapras is getting parried. Deal with it next turn. Nope, they're Dynamaxing. Perfect. At least we know that they're Dynamaxing turn 1. They could be carrying Max Lightning. Could be, but who knows? Now watch Thunderwave miss. Master Disaster, you better keep your mouth shut. You better keep your mouth... Just kidding. I mean, it can happen. The thing is, it doesn't actually, like... If the T-Wave misses, then fine. I'm T-Waving not for speed, I'm T-Waving for hacks. Like, that is my strategy now. Okay, perfect, I hit it. What's the ideal opposing team in your opinion? What counter do you have in mind when you made the team? What counter do I... They went for Reflect? Oh, they thought it was Dynamax Thundurus. Okay, that's fine. What counter do I have in mind? I didn't really have a counter. I just kind of wanted to go Hyper Offense, and I tried to build a balanced team around Hyper Offense. They are Assault Vested. That is Assault Vest. 170%. We got it. Because they went for Reflect. They didn't even go for Light Screen, so... That is definitely Assault Vested. Okay. Okay, now I Cannonade. There. And I go for Rain Dance. I'm not going to do damage to it if it's Assault Vested. I'm just happy that it's not Weakness Policy. Yay, we got hacks. We did it. We played the video game the way everyone else plays it. Yeah, there's the light screen. We mitigate the light screen by setting up the rain, though. Hope things are going well so far. Not too great, if I'm gonna be honest. That's great damage. We only got 3 wins today so far. Mindstorm. Wow, we don't take that well. I thought we were gonna take that better. We're definitely not gonna take it well after the next turn. Hey, Cannonade's a Cannonade. Got rid of the Grim, which I think was their only dark type, so whatever comes in is getting parried. That's how we... Oh, no, we can't. If it's Charizard, we can. It's not Charizard. It is Zacian. Not a big fan. I'm still gonna try to chip it, though. I'm gonna attempt a chip. They could knock out my Blastoise by doubling into it. I think that would be the smartest play for them. But the good news is, if I get a little bit of chip onto Zacian, I might be able to... Oh, I guess that's also fine. I'm still gonna get chip on Zacian, regardless, because of Gmax move. Because I want to bring in my Calyrex and sweep, which is kind of like the whole strategy of this team anyway. Is to like weaken them with your Gmax move, and then bring in Calyrex and click one button. Hee 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 hee. We're getting really lucky with Paras, I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, they're definitely assault vested at that point, right? Like, we've already made the decision that they're assault vested. Like, I low-key want them to knock out my two Pokemon right here. So I can just bring in my Calyrex and just, you know, do Calyrex things. There's a Sacred Sword. We actually live it. Here's a T-Bolt. Get a lot of chip damage there. Here's my... I outspeed now. Okay. Oh, yeah. T-Wave. Oh, very good damage. I think I got one more turn of... Perfect. I was gonna recharge next turn anyway. Whew, okay. We're in this, baby. You just beat 1644 with your meme team? That's what I like to hear. Oh, and that's gonna live? Oh, dang. I was hoping that would live. It's fine. We got our friend here. Calyrex, which outspeeds their Zacian. What's your last? Oh, boy. I mean, my Zacian should be able to take care of that somewhat easily. The issue is... their Zacian has to protect. Good news is they're taunting things that... I mean, they're intimidating things that don't actually matter. So I just Astral Barrage here. Their Zacian's gonna protect. And I just go for... my Zacian swap here. I'm running T-Tar Excadrill. Hey, not bad. I ran Hippowdon Excadrill on the channel a couple days ago. It did fine. It did alright. It wasn't awful. Alright. The Zacian v Zacian matchup. There's their Protect. Ito, how you been? Long time no speak. Okay. This won't... they gotta double protect to have a chance here. Darkest Lariat. This is what Sash is for. And ironically, because they're in Misty, and because, I mean, they're in Psychic, they can't go for... I mean, they can't go for Quick Attack anyway, because that's just not how the game works, but... nevertheless, nice. How the battle's going today? Not very good. But I'm angry, so I'm using my anger to win. That doesn't knock the Zacian? Oh my goodness, man. Come on. I knocked the instant, though. Zacian Behemoths on who? Oh, wait, they lost. Oh, perfect. I'm fine by that. They still lose. Amazing. Amazing. How am I? I'm doing fine. My battles are doing less good than how I'm doing. But thankfully this one is a win. I mean, overall, we're still 18-7? Could be worse. Whoa. Now that's a team. It's not a bad team. It's just a team, you know? That's a team and a half. Calyrex wrecks, though. Like, I'm leading with it kind of wrecks. Ensign doesn't do much. Oh, they have Wide Guard and Hitmontop. That's right. Arrow Knight VGC, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Pokésports. Trying to consider what to do. I think I go Blastoise still. I could go Calyrex-Zacian and like tear them up. But if they leave with Fake Out and Intimidate, I could be in a little bit of trouble. I'm definitely bringing Zacian. I'm thinking I'm bringing Ensign. Could also bring Thunderous to Eerie Impulse some things. But they're mostly physical anyway, so I think Ensign's still the better play. Let's do that. Oh boy! Yeah, we finished our coffee, so now we gotta drink water through our coffee cup. It's so nice when you have coffee in a closed room. You leave the room and then you come back. The whole room just smells like coffee. And it makes you want another sip. That's a pretty cool background you got there. Thorm was in a rave, you saw that? Regardless, nice shorts. No, they don't match. What are you doing? Take those shoes off. Solgaleo Latias. You know what this means? We click one button, and that is Astral Barrage. That's the only button we click right now. Because they're going to bulldoze weakness policy anyway, right? They're going to bulldoze weakness policy. Fine. Let them do that. They're going to do it regardless. Let's just take this opportunity to hit them with their moves. They're not Dynamaxing because we're outspeeding. My friend, you're going to have not a great time. Blastoise should never be outspeeding, man. Never, ever, never. Never, ever, ever. Protect Latias. Is this just a double protect, I guess? They just trying to see what I'm doing? I guess? I mean, you stalled the turn of my Dynamax, I'll give you that. But now I just chipped a little bit of your health. So my Astral Barrage has even higher chance to KO. They got no safe swaps for it either. Yeah, look at that. That's a lot of damage I just did. For even a double protect turn. I think I just do it again. Listen. When you got the good lead, just go for it. Right? We got our good lead. Just go for it. That's all you gotta do. Rotom can punish Sun teams? Yeah, that is true. Absolutely. They're still Dynamaxing here. I don't think that's a good idea. Because I don't think they one-shot me. Even with weakness policy up. I could be wrong. Latios are your favorite dragons? Well, hey, you could take some notes. My opponent's running them. Look at that, man. Even if they knock me out. Even if they knock me out, they're dead after this turn. And we knocked out the Latios. Just Calyrex things, you know? Lightning. Oh, I might lose Blastoise. Bye, Blastoise. No! 16 HP, baby. Blastoise is like, not yet. I have a mission. I have a goal. I have a cannonade. Alright, bye, Solgaleo. And then there were two. If they bring a Hitmontop, we can't go for Astral. I think that's the only wide guard user on their team, though. Ray? Capoeira. Okay, that is... Yeah, that is the Hitmontop. Okay, so what we do here is we attempt a Hailstorm, but I doubt we get it off. Oh, would Trick Room be better? No, surely not, right? No, not at all. Okay. I'm just gonna Energy Ball the Hitmontop. I gotta use my special attack for something. I wasn't born yesterday, my friend. Nice try, though. That's the problem with Wide Guard. It's so predictable. That looks like a 2 KO. They have Meteor Beam? Yikes. Do they waste Meteor Beam to go into a Blastoise, though? I don't think so. That looks like it's going into the Cali. No, it's going into Blastoise. All right. Capoeira is a Brazilian dance fighting style. Yeah, I know. It makes that's why the Hitmontop does those weird dance moves. What am I doing now? I think I just knock out Hitmontop. I just bring Incin, get the Intimidate. Even though they are special, I just fake out an Astral. I don't think they go for it twice. Does fake out stop a wide guard? No, wide guard has more priority than fake out. So maybe I should just knock out the Hitmontop. No, Zell, you don't have to say sorry. The only reason I know that is because I'm Portuguese, so I know a little bit of history. I know most people wouldn't know that though. Oh, they suckered me. Oh, they got me. Not really though. Now we click that button, and now we can click Astral Barrage for free. So that's game. I told you we're winning out. I wasn't kidding. When I get mad, I get mad. But I take it out on my opponents. All right, let's win out. We can click anything here. And that'll do it for the Ray. Sayonara. 19-7. We have 4 matches left, so we can go 23-7 theoretically, which is still not great, but we're trying. 1706. I don't care. I'm still beating you. Let's see. Oh boy. Hold on. This might be a little hard. Their team like low-key counters my team. Because my team's whole gimmick is try to slow them down and have Blastoise take over. If they bring in DD, I just lose. Because I'm bringing Thundurus. I don't know if I think I'm bringing Rilla. Nah. I'm definitely bringing Zacian. I don't think I bring Cali here. Even though Cali would outspeed their Zacian. Because they just have Sucker Punch on their bird. Do I bring Rilla? I think priority and change of terrains is important here. Do I leave my Incin though? Physical. The rest is special. Only 2 physicals. I think I do leave Zacian. We'll try this out. Low key, you mean complete counter? I mean, honestly, this team is meant to defeat my team. Like, look at it. What can I do? Like, Blastoise can only hit 2 of their Pokemon. Or 3 of their Pokemon, I guess. I mean, if they bring the Lapras, then I'm going to be in a little bit of trouble. Lapdog. Exactly. It's Lapdog with Yveltal. It's pretty good. Lapdog is pretty good. At least my opponent is dressed nicely. The 2 worst things I could have seen right now are these 2. Tell you what, though, I think what we do is just... I think we just Rain Dance and get rid of the NDD as soon as possible. Maybe not Rain Dance. I mean, I'm gonna try. See what we can do here. Max Cannonade. Do we Deep Pulse first and then? Not Deep Pulse. I meant Max Darkness first. And then T-Bolt. They're not going to be weakness policy, right? I don't think weakness policy is common. So I'll just try to teep out the Lapras, but they're probably going for a follow me here. Actually, they might feel like they don't have to follow me, if I'm going to be honest. Because I don't seem like I am threatening them that much. Blastoise is outspeeding Lapras. That's kind of normal. The good thing about Water Absorb is we can at least see when it's happening, right? We can just hit the Sidemon and not have it redirected into them. So it's like a weaker version of Storm Drain. They are Dynamax in their Beast Ball. But we're just gonna have to play with them behind the screens the whole game. Oh, come on, man. I mean, I did go for the Lapras hit, I guess, for what it's worth. That's damage. Whoa. Why is that damage? That means this is a very offensive Lapras. What the heck was that damage? Here's a Resonance, probably into my friend here. Wow. Okay. I'm very defensive, so that's very offensive Lapras. I can confirm. That is very offensive Lapras. And they just got the Veil up too. So this game just got a lot harder. Other Life Orb. Okay, that's fun. Alright, we're Rilla now. I think we're Rilla Protect. Then we Cannonade for Chip. Or would Darkness be better? Darkness would hurt them more. 130 times 2 versus 150 flat. Yeah, 130 times 2 sounds like it hurts a lot more. Let us Protect here. Strangest Lapras I've seen? I mean, honestly, and it's working though. Withdrawing? Oh, don't tell me you're gonna go into something weak to Cannonade now. Man, I should have Cannonaded. Alright, they just want to get the terrain back up, honestly. And then they guarded. Okay. I mean, at least I hit the right target. Just not with the right move. This last turn I have to Cannonade, by the way. Or else I'm just gonna miss out on it. But they're gonna switch it in DD on that spot. So I don't get my grassy glides. But I still outspeed. I'm pretty sure I still outspeed Lapras. Right? And my Rilla can take a Zacian hit. So I'm gonna Cannonade that spot. And I'm gonna Woodhammer this Lapras. And remove it from the game. See how this game plays out so far. There's gonna be good damage on Zacian, but since they're behind screens, it's not gonna be a lot of damage. Good news is they're... Yeah, that's fine. They go back into Indeedee. That's why I went for Woodhammer. I still have Miracle Seed, so I still should take out Lapras, considering how non-defensive it is. Or not. Wow, screens are stupid. GG, this team counters mine, man. Counters mine so hard. Ah, at least that's still damage. Okay. Now I have to get rid of the Indeedee first and protect Zacian. The only good news is they don't really have a way to deal with my Blastoise for now. And I also have a lot of turns of Resonance to use up. And they don't have a lot of turns left of screens. They only have 2 more turns left of screens because they're Life Orb. Okay, I just depulse there. And... do I protect or do I just attack? I think I just attack, because no matter what, Lapras goes down. If they follow me or not, Lapras goes down, because Lapras is -2 special defense. So Depulse should knock it out at that health. So at least I pincered my opponent a little bit, but if they have an Incin, which I think they did have on their team... no, they didn't have Incin, they had Landorus. If they brought Landorus, I'm still in trouble. Oh, okay. They're just giving me the Lapras. Okay, this is getting brought down to a 2v2. Both of our Pokemon have full health. Oh, never mind. My Zacian has a little less than full health. I have a quarter off. That could be a big deal. For, like, living a Behemoth Blade, I pretty much have to outspeed the... oh, come on, man. Oh, good. Never mind. I was gonna cry about it. I forgot I did that. Forgot I had that. Oh, okay, good enough. Nothing changes there. Their final two is probably Landorus, if I had to guess, and Zacian. And really? It's a Lecky? I guess a Hydro Cannon and Protect. Protect is obvious. Do I just go for it? No, because I can't go for it. I can't. I have to Protect. They're gonna double into my Blastoise, just watch. The reason I can't go for it is because if they get one Electro Web off, then I'm screwed. They went for T-Bolt, dang it. They just doubled into Blastoise. I tried. GG, man, that team. I can't beat that team. All right, well, their Veil wore off. I'm just gonna hope for a speed tie. If I can even live this, by the way. I do live that. I do win the speed tie. The game is giving me opportunities, but... I would need a miracle now. How many Protects can I get in a row to knock out the Lecky? Nah, that's game. I can't outspeed it. If for some reason they attacked into my Zacian that last turn, then maybe I had a chance. But they, you know. Or if I attacked with my Zacian that last turn, right? I could have attacked with Zacian that last turn, knocked out the Lecky, and won the game. Okay, Sword Dog, standard team. It does spook me a little bit, especially with the Rilla. They have double intimidate. I don't think they lead it because we have the Thunderous. So they might lead Rilla. Part of me wants to go Calyrex-Shadow. Then Dynamax, Cali, leave Blastoise behind here. Blastoise is really good into their Intimidators, really bad against their Rilla. So what if we do Blastoise Incin? That should slow them down a little bit. At least slow down the Rilla a little bit. Or we just swap in Incin, right? We don't have to lead with it. So then we would do Blastoise Cali, Incin in the back, Zacian. No, we need Rilla. Do we leave behind Zacian though? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. We'll try that. All right, 3 more games left today, folks. Grim Ogre. Man, I wish I brought Thundurus now. Last night I lost my 2 battles in a row, getting crit in the second to last one, and my opponent dodging overheat and play rough. Ugh, that is just Pokemon, right? What can you say besides Pokemon? Guys, hear me out. Should I overgrow the... I'm not gonna overgrow. I think I'm gonna Energy Ball though. I think Energy Ball definitely hurts them. Unless they set screens up, which they definitely should in this scenario. The way that they brought the Ogre in the lead like that is like screaming Scarf to me. I don't know if that's like a good... Nope, it's a Dynamax Ogre. Okay, well, good news here is we are going to be able to at least hit them once. Okay, Dynamax animation, please be any faster. Jeez. Oh, come on. What is this, Lagging Tail? Grim is such a dumb Pokemon, man. Iron Ball. Nice best of 1 cheese right there. Now they're gonna geyser my Calyrex. Grim is so dumb. Like... Why? That's just best of 1 cheese. And your Life Orb Ogre. I'm gonna make you regret that. I'm gonna make you regret not setting screens right now. I do kind of wish I did more damage, not gonna lie. Yeah, I gotta go really here. Unfortunately, their Ogre still has a lot of pressure on me. I'm gonna Max Strike Ogre and Protect. Because I don't think a Grassy Glide is gonna be enough to knock it out, so I want to try to get some speed control here. This is a very rough day, man. But hey, we're going against better players today, so it makes sense. They withdraw the Grim. Going to one of their 2 Intimidators, yep. Okay, that sucks. They can fake us out next turn, though. Oh, they took away our grassy terrain. Okay, this is still not bad news, though. I still have the switch out. It's definitely not good news, but... If I can cannonade the instant here and I could swap in my instant, sack it, then I should be able to come in and KO it with the Grassy Glide later. I am regretting bringing instant though now, because like, what does my instant do here? All right, Instant coming back out. Let's see this. Let's see some magic happen. There's just gonna be a fake out ice move into that Rilla, right? Their instant carries protect. What world am I living in, man? Oh my goodness. What world is this? The cheesiest stuff on ladder. Citrus Berry, Protect, Ensign. What else do you have? They probably don't have Parting Shot at that point. And they predicted my instant switch and go for the Geyser. Okay, back in Rilla we go. And we don't have enough damage to win, though. Issue is we have no damage to win. And they got a Zacian in the back. 1000 IQ Ensign, honestly. Okay. Well, now can I finally KO your Pokemon? I'm gonna double into the Ogre. Yep. Oh, instant switching. That I didn't expect. Into the Grim. Grim dies to, okay. Well, Grim's gonna die to the water move. Good news is I saved my Hydro Cannon this turn. Grim dies to Cannonade. They switch back in Ensign. Get me to -1. I still do think I'm able to knock out Ogre with a Grassy Glide though. Even at -1 because I have Miracle Seed. So this next turn I have to Protect and Hydro Cannon. Because of Fake Out. This is where Instant protects instead. They know I have Protect. So they're not going to fake out my Rilla. I'm going for Grassy Glide. Oh, so now you fake out. Oh my goodness, man. So irritating. Well, I got rid of Instant. But I'm pretty sure they have Zacian in the back. They thundered me. All right. And I die. Wow. Wow. I mean, hey, Life Orb. Rain stops. Kevin said that's a loss because there's a Zacian in the back. GG's. I should just never lead Calyrex in my life. Never bring Calyrex in the lead. It's never good. Yeah, we'll just give it to them. Because they're going to protect Ogre. I mean, we can't touch the Zacian. That's the issue. We don't have high horsepower, so we couldn't even rely on that. I think I won 5 games today, and I've currently lost 8. So we're 5-8 on the day. Yikes. Oh, it's the Bronzong Evil Tall team. Alright, I think I Blastoise Thundurus. Should be fine. Is Calyrex worth this? Thinking Instant Zacian might be better. Do I even bring Thundurus though? Yeah, I think so. Do I watch the NFL? No, unfortunately. Not like, I don't follow it. I'll watch the Super Bowl, but that's pretty much it. I know the game works and stuff. Yeah, it's Evil Dawn Trick Room. Which is good. I think I Cannonade and I Electro and Eerie Impulse. The Lucky. This smells like a Max Lucky to me. And if it's a Max Lucky, it could be physical. Oh no, neither of them are maxing. Wow. Not gonna lie, didn't expect that. So if all goes well, this Lucky could just be Volt switching out. And then I get to Cannonade whatever comes in. Here's the Impulse. So that's definitely going to be Snarl on the Evil Tall, right? No, they just E-Web. Okay. Thankfully it did no damage. It's going to lower my speed, though. I'm going to be slower than their Evil Tall now. And their Life Orb on that, too. Wow. They foul. Okay, they assumed that was Dynamax. Okay, that's good. It's good that they assumed that. And they went for the foul play. Regardless, here's my Cannonade. Okay, this isn't a terrible turn for us. Because now we get Cannonades up. If they bring in Sun, we just click the Rain Dance. Okay. It's the first time I felt good about a first turn in a long time. Sands and Groudon. Yeah, we're fine still. I'm ignoring this Evil Tall because I know my Zacian can come in and clean it off the field. So I'm just gonna Cannonade Groudon and Rain Dance. I feel like I have no reason not to. I like how the guns on Blastoise's back move around. Like they're not just stationary. Dynamaxing the Dive Ball Groudon? Okay. Interesting ball choice there. No Yveltal. So the Groudon just dies, is what you're telling me. I don't think Yveltal knocks out either one of my Pokemon this turn. Anyway, here's a Rain Dance. I gotta be careful with their airstreams, though. Am I sharing this team after the IC? The YouTube video today should have this team's rental code in it. They do set up an airstream. Okay. I thankfully take the airstream very well. Precipice Blades. Do I take this well? Well enough. Lucky Wolf with the raid. How are you doing? Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Lucky. Hopefully your IC day 2 is going better than mine is. Sabayon Green, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Pokésports. Hey, Lucky Rave. That's a nice emote. Hey, Shiny Zacian, please. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to Pokésports. This game is going okay. My goal of 1700, so I stopped. Oh, man. I'm trying to get to 1700s. I'm having a very rough day over here. What are they switching to? Instant? Okay, we Cannonade that now. Problem solved. And Thunder's a little risky. Thunderbolt's a little risky, but I'll do it. Why do I stream here some days and some days on YouTube? I mean, we're doing here most of the time now. We're doing here most of the time. Oh, they left. Lucky you scared them away. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, another Evil Dawn team. Evil Dawn Trick Room team with a Meowstic? That is new. Haven't been here in a minute. Welcome, Joshua. Glad to have you. We do Blastoise again, we do Calyrex. Oh, Calyrex is rough, though. We do have Imprison Trick Room on Calyrex, though. So that could be our answer to stop it. Oh, this is a rough one. Do we think they go Trick Room, or do we think they just go Evil Groudon and Fast Mode? Honestly, probably just Fast Mode. I don't think they Trick Room us. Zacian is still pretty decent here because we have a fighting move. Oh, wait, they have no Intimidate? Hold on. What are we doing? We go Zacian, we go Blastoise. They got no Intimidate. In the back, we can... We definitely want Instant in the back. A Calyrex, maybe, but like... thing is, Calyrex hits everything else except Yveltal hard, so I'll bring Calyrex here. Gearja Trooper, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Pokésports. Also, G Santix, thanks for the follow. And welcome to Pokésports. You come from YouTube as well. It's nice to see you on here. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, if you guys don't know, we have a YouTube channel. We have a podcast. Type Pokésports on anything, go find us. Charlie, the second. Thanks for the follow and welcome to Pokésports. Guys, we have free follower emotes, so if you want some free emotes, go ahead and hit the follow button. You watched my YouTube like in 2015. That channel is still there. And my name is still that in-game, so... Back in the good old days. When there was no Dynamax Pokemon. I don't even know... Okay, it's a Venusaur, alright. So they swap Sun, probably. I'm going to try to Hailstorm Venusaur, and I'm going to try to Behemoth Venusaur. I want it dead. Smirky Lobster. Thanks for the follow and welcome to Pokésports. No OnlyFans, sorry. Never say never, but not yet. My dude is actually using Rotom Heat. Hey, man. It's decent in Tarinya. And they Dynamaxed Venus, so we kind of predicted that. Can Meowstic... Meowstic gets Fake Out. Does it get Trick Room? I don't see enough Meowstic to remember. It gets Imprison. Gets Expanding Force. Is there Trick Room here? Gets Ally Switch. That could be bad. It gets Quick Guard. I don't see Trick Room. Gets Helping Hand. Yeah, it looks like no Trick Room. Oh yeah, no it does. It totally does. Oh, but it's just faking me out. Oh, is this just like a Venusaur going for... Oh no, they're just Vine Lashing. I take this. Eat that for breakfast, Blastoise. It gets screens. Oh, fair. Yeah, Fake Out was their play. That's fine. We get a Hailstorm going. Which means we break a potential Sash. And that looks like it's enough to where Zacian can just clean it off the field. They gotta switch the Groudon there. Oh, are you weakness policy, man? Oh, okay. This game got a little harder. They got two options now. Either they switch in the Groudon and then go for my Zacian KO with the Max Quake. Does the cat get T-Waves? It also does get T-Waves. I might just throw in my instant to sack. I honestly think they swap into the Zacian spot here. I really want to get a Cannonade up. I guess it could protect, right? I don't have to just sit here and take the hit. Part of me also think I'm double hitting. They have to go for one of my Pokemon. They can't go for both. There's the Groudon. They gotta either choose, do they get rid of my... Do they get rid of my restricted OP dog? Now that I say it. Or do they get rid of my Gen 1 starter? Nah, they get rid of my restricted OP dog. I could have protected. That was obvious. But at the same time, they could have Vine Lashed the other guy. And then I would have missed my opportunity to knock out their Venusaur. This is another one that's not looking nice. It's looking kind of ugly. Hey, we get residual damage off. Which is all that we can ask for right now. Unfortunately, not a lot of damage, though. Okay. They are not Assault Vest, they're Citrus, which means they could protect if they wanted to. Blastoise gonna take some vines. I think my only hope here is to just try to get my Instant in and try to knock out this Venusaur with everything I have. We thankfully do have a Shucca Berry. Let's Hailstorm there. And we Flare Blitz the other spot. Oh, the same spot. No matter what, I want to knock out this Venusaur. This is causing me problems. Good news is I'll be able to change the weather, hopefully, as long as I don't take a max Vine Lash to the face. Man, Venusaur with weakness policy. This is what I mean. I'm going against best of one cheese. It's so annoying. We went against Protect Ensign, Iron Ball Grim. Okay, here's my berry. Will my berry save me though? They're +2, so okay. Berry does save me. Now I need to dodge a Precipice Dew. No dodges. Okay, there's still some good news. The good news is they are no longer 2 times speed. And their Dynamax is up, so I think my Calyrex can kind of come in and clean up. We'll see, though. Especially after all the damage they're about to take here. I set the hail, so I'm going to break my Sash, but it doesn't matter anyway, because they had the Frenzy Plant smacking me in the face. There's tons of that in the IC yesterday when I went up against Physical Zern, that new Rock Slide. What the heck? That's so bad it's funny. Okay, Calyrex. If we can get a +2 here, maybe, right? Maybe. We can win the game with just one Pokemon. Zacian with CC is another one, yeah. Weakness Policy Venus was a thing during Series 8 and 11. I mean, it's good when it's good. But, like, if I had a Dynamax Thundurus with Life Orb and I was just like, haha, psh, then it's no longer good. Okay, I go for Blizzard, and I go for Astral. And that's the only play I make. I'm pretty sure that even if Venusaur's +2, that knocks out. Groudon protects? Okay. Awesome. That's a +1. This is where Calyrex shines, folks. This is where it shines. My poor Sash. It's okay, they lose health too. Hang in there, Blastoise! I lose Blastoise this turn. It's Calyrex versus the world. Now, if they have the stack in the back, I think this was a Stacka team. If they have Stacka, I lose because Stacka carries wide guard usually. Oh no, I still lose, but for different reasons. It's a Yveltal. GG. All right, they click Sucker Punch, they win. So we're 20 and 10. overall, which is not great, but it is what it is. I brought Calyrex simply because I thought I was going to be able to deal with the Yveltal early. I also sacked off Zacian for absolutely no reason. Like, let's be entirely honest. What was the point of me even not protecting that turn?